Reactors. I'm Abrielle.
I'm Maria.
I'm Claudia.
And I'm Sandy.
And we're going to continue the journey of NF. Very exciting. So this is Mansion from his Mansion album. And then this kind of tells his, kind of a little bit about his past. And he'll be talking about a mansion, but he's talking about its, but he's talking about, like, his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's like a,
it's big and there's a lot going on.
What's it called?
I haven't seen this.
What's that word? No, when you use something else to talk about something.
An idiom?
Is it?
Like an idiom, like one thing means. Look, English is not my strong suit. But isn't an idiom
What's
like
that
when you
word?
talk about one thing
don't
and
know.
you're talking about something else?
Symbolism?
Well, it is.
Symbolic?
It is. No, symbolic is something else.
He's not actually talking about a mansion. He's talking about his mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
There you go.
it's like talking about one thing, but it means another.
Yeah.
I think it might be simile.
Simile?
No,
Let's look it up.
similes are like things that are like
That's going to bother
Let's
me
look that up later.
so
similar.
much.
Yeah, there you go. Simile, similar.
Okay.
Oh my god, his voice.
Let me just... There is someone who is featured on this.
I was like, that's not
That's a girl.
him. What? Yeah, thank you. What?
It's Fleurie, F-L-E-U-R-I-E. I don't know how to pronounce that. Fleurie?
Flore.
It might be French. No, it might be French.
I don't know. I just know NF.
Miriam's gonna need like a take two. She
I know, there's a
automatically failed.
feature.
Oh, his voice. No, girl.
That's a girl's voice.
Fired.
Okay.
Try again.
Girl voice. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Don't leave that.
What's reality with all these
now I hear it.
questions? Feels like I missed my alarm and slept in. Broken legs,
I love
but I
this line.
chase perfection. These wounds are my blank expression. My mind is a home I'm trapped in, and it's lonely inside this mansion.
Yo, my mind is a house with walls, covered in lyrics, they're all over the place. The songs in the mirrors, written all over the floors, all over the chairs. And you get the uncut version of life when I go downstairs. That's where I write when I'm in a bad place and need to release and let out the version of NF you don't want to see. I put holes in the walls with both of my fists till they bleed. You might get a glimpse of how I cope with all this anger in me. Physically abused, now that's the room that I don't want to be in. That picture ain't blurry at all, I just don't want to see it. And these walls ain't blank, I just think I don't want to see them. But why not? I'm in here, so I might as well read them. I gotta thank you for this anger that I carry around. Wish I could take a match and burn this whole room to the ground. Matter of
Okay, so the whole song is basically like
Metaphor.
a metaphor.
Metaphor, is that it? Metaphor?
It's a metaphor. Obviously, none of us got it right till now. Wow, suck. English, fail.
Wow. Okay. Yes, it's a metaphor.
We all graduated, I promise. But anyway, moving on. High school was, so all of it's a metaphor
Yeah, it's all
for
a
being
metaphor.
in the mansion. Okay.
A mansion
I
is
like
just
it.
his mind.
Yes, and like he's like,
I
but
like how
he
he's
keeps
using
referring.
it.
Yeah, he keeps
Yeah.
referring
Yeah.
back to it. So I thought it
So-
was like just that one line
Yeah,
being a
he's saying
metaphor.
so. There's
but
lyrics
it's the
on the
whole thing.
walls, so there's lyrics all in his mind because he's writing this lyrics from his past, and so that's why he's saying he wants to burn this whole room to the ground, the one that houses all the ones that about physically abuse.
Yeah, and that's
'Cause
the
he
one that he
was
doesn't
physically
want to be in. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. Okay, I like it. Okay.
Insidious as blind inception. What's reality with all these questions? Feels like I missed my alarm and slept in.
Just a beautiful voice.
Slept in. Broken legs, but I chase perfection. These walls are my blank expression. My mind is a home I'm trapped in, and it's lonely inside this mansion.
Okay.
Inside this mansion.
Okay, sorry, not to like interrupt too much, but just as a reference, so is she and you may not know the answer to this,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but is she creating these lyrics and it matched up to him? Like, did they like collab on this, or is this like what he wrote and then had like her do the chorus line for that?
I don't know. It is a feature, so they could have collabed together. I do know he did the rap, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he also wrote
Right,
the
because I was
lyrics.
saying it's like the lyrics that she's like saying either she
It's
can
a lot
relate to
what
it
he
really
said.
well and really get to that level of when they're collabing and like get that, or like he wrote a chorus line that was really beautifully put for someone else to be able to come and sing and then also like overlay
Because
with
he,
this rap.
he does write songs where he just sings.
Yes.
So I could see him writing that part
Okay.
and her coming to sing.
Okay.
But I don't know for sure if that's the case.
She has a
Okay.
beautiful voice.
No, she really has a beautiful voice, but I also love like what she's saying, like the chorus of it. So I was really just curious about to say like if he wrote that for her or she related to that with him and was able to collab with that. Sorry, let me reverse on that. Or rewind. Sorry.
Inside this mansion. Inside this mansion.
Yo, my mind is a house with walls covered in pain. See, my problem is I don't fix things. I just try to repair, cover them up like it never happened. Say I wish I could change. Are you confused? Come upstairs and I'll show you what I mean. This room's full of regrets, just keeps getting fuller it seems. Moment I walk into, it's the same moment that I wanna leave. I get sick to my stomach every time I look at these things, but it's hard to look past when this is the room where
He
I
sleeps with his regrets.
one of the worst things I wrote on these walls was the moment I realized that I was losing my mind. One of the first things I wrote was I wish I would've called, but I should just stop now. We ain't got enough room in this song. And I regret the fact that I struggle trying to find who I am, and I lie to myself and say I do the best that I can. Shrug it off like it ain't nothing, like it's out of my hand. And get ticked off whenever I see it affecting my plans. And I regret watching these trust issues eat me alive. And at the rate I'm going, I'll probably still be there when I die. Congratulations, you'll always have a room in my mind. The question is, will I ever clean the walls off in time?
Insidious as blind inception. What's reality with all these questions? Feels like I missed my alarm and slept in. And slept in. Broken legs, but I chase perfection. These walls are my blank expression. My mind is a home I'm trapped in, and it's only inside this mansion. Inside this
So
mansion.
this part of my house, no one's been in it for years. I built the safe room and I don't let no one in there. Cause if I do, there's a chance that they might disappear and not come back. And I admit, I am emotionally scared to let anyone inside. So I just leave my doors locked. You might get other doors to open up, but this door's not. Cause I don't want you to have the opportunity to hurt me. And I'll be the only person that I can blame when you desert me. I'm barricaded inside, so stop watching. I'm not coming to the door, so stop knocking. Stop knocking. I'm trapped here. God keeps saying I'm not locked. I chose this. I am lost in my own conscience. I know that shutting the world out ain't solving the problem, but I didn't build this house because I thought it would solve them. I built it because I thought that it was safer in there, but it's not. I'm not the only thing that's living in here. Fear came to my house years ago. I let him in. Maybe that's a problem because I've been dealing with this ever since. I thought that he would leave, but it's obvious he never did. He must have picked a room and got comfortable and settled in. Now I'm in a position it's either sit here and let him win or put him back outside where it came from, but I never can. Because in order to do that, I'd have to open the doors. Is that me or the fear talking? I don't know anymore.
Inside this mansion.
Oh, that's a good ending.
Wow. That was really powerful.
Isn't that a
You know
powerful?
Yeah.
why I feel like he related to a mansion? Because mansions are huge and with so
Right.
many rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's like such a good way of giving an example of how his brain is and how his thought process is
Mm-hmm.
and how he put it into the entire song. And he even says like, I opened this door, don't go into that room, or like he.
It's all of the different issues that he has, and it's
Yeah.
like there's so
and he
many
used
because
the
obviously he didn't grow up in a
room
mansion.
as a like way of expressing it.
Yeah.
that is such a neat concept.
Yeah, I like too how he said that like he has that safe room too as well.
Yeah.
Something that I can really like. I think we all can because we don't want to get hurt, so we lock people out and we say, oh, you can come here, you can like do this surface level.
You let them in at certain
but
things.
you can't get to the deep parts of me because you know.
Yeah, you have a guard up.
That's gonna hurt if you leave. If I let you see those parts that I don't let anyone see, and you see it and you choose to leave.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be my fault that I'm choosing to not let you in than it be me as a whole. That's why you left.
Yeah, and also he was talking about kind of like it's also like the blame is on him. Like I chose to let you in, I made this choice, and you left. It's not your fault. It's my fault.
Yeah,
And
when
the
he
way
was talking
that
about
when he
fear.
was talking about it, yeah. So it's really powerful to think about too, because that is also like a thing that I think a lot of people who have struggled with being abused or have like a lot of issues with anxiety or depression really try to blame a lot of things like on themselves when that happens. To choose to blame yourself instead of the actions of like other people, even though people should be able to accept all of you, even with your worst parts.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people just need to, once they get over that hump, like everything can be a lot better. But fear comes in and takes over and then kind of controls what you do like moving forward. It hinders you a lot.
And it's true too, because like he says, like you'll always have a room in my mind. Like when you have something traumatic happen to you, you have something like
forever
abuse.
there.
Like that's forever going to be there. You're never going to forget that. And so that's hard, I think, to navigate living with that. Just because it won't ever go away. Like it will always be there in the back of your mind. And the trauma and all those, like he says, the lyrics are still on the walls, but he's trying to shut them out so they don't affect him. But it's something that's always going to be there.
For sure.
I'm just gonna bounce off of what you just said. I feel like I think of it as in like relationships, for example. Like I feel like people walk into a relationship and they want the best of you, but then not every day is gonna be the best of you.
Right.
That someone's gonna get. There's gonna be lows in a relationship, and I feel like as soon as that comes, people run away. They don't want to be through it. Like they just want the good. Like if you can't have me at my worst, you can't have me at my best.
Exactly.
And I think this song is like completely like about that, and it's, I don't know, he summarized it so well.
He did. What he talked about too is like it being on the wall. He like kind of like just paints over the problem, so he doesn't like really
like that
address
line.
the
That was
issue.
good.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is also
He
part of a
doesn't
lot of
face it.
Like his
a lot of
paint's on the
people's
wall,
issues,
and he tries to repaint it.
We all do that.
Yeah.
I'm so guilty of
Absolutely,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think that that's like a big issue too, because it's also goes back to what he's saying. He doesn't want to let that person in. So
Yeah.
it's like it's a double-edged sword, because I think with a lot of people being able to find somebody to be able to A, relate to, or B, be able to lean on when you're having those types of issues can really help you, you know, move forward and not just barricade what your problem was in the past. But it's hard finding the right person to do that with.
But I also think things like that, when you hold things back, you don't notice it, but you truly bring it into the next relationship. You do bring that kind
or
of
the
stuff.
stage of your life, whatever
Or
it may be, as a
anything
parent.
you're doing, you bring it. Like
Yeah.
it shows.
For sure.
Well, because as he said, he still has fear living inside his mansion.
Yeah.
But he said he realizes he does need to get it out, but in order to get out, he has to open those doors. And
Exactly.
all of the doors
he
that he
won't.
locked,
And
because he
he's
doesn't
just-
want anyone coming in the mansion.
Yeah.
But he can't open the door to let fear out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
kind of in this stuck spot. And you'll kind of find out more along the journey, kind of what happens with the fear and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
as
why I was
well.
excited when you said it's
This is
kind of
really
like, yeah, like a
interesting.
whole, like, it's
So
a literal
this is him
journey
setting
of him.
the stage. This is where he's at when he wrote this stuff. So he's kind of stuck in this mansion, which is he's stuck in his own head, with all this pain and with all this hurt. He's stuck in his own head, and he can't get past it to let anyone in, anyone get close. And there's a lot of fear he has inside of his own mind and himself as well.
So he basically composed this or wrote about this while he was going through it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the stuff he
Okay.
releases,
Yeah.
isn't where he is currently. He talked about that as well, because
Okay.
he's writing this as he's feeling it. Obviously, you
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
It takes a while, you know, to like produce a song and to get it out.
Yeah. So
and
he's
for an
made
album.
progress by the time this is released, and he's in a different place.
Yeah.
So
But in that moment, he was
in
there.
that, he was he was processing this and putting it into
Wow.
Yeah.
the song. and how he processed it was using it as a metaphor.
Yeah, and I really like how he's able to like really compose it all like together. It all makes sense. It was all one metaphor, and it was all referring and coming back to the mansion. And I really like.
He'll
the way it
reference
was,
the
like-
mansion again in another song that we're watching as well, later as well. So
This is really interesting. I'm actually really curious.
Yeah,
to
me
go on
too.
this
I really
journey.
want to see
Like a
kind of
literal
like
journey.
how he is able to let go of things, because he's pretty like open here about all of the issues. So I'm really excited to see kind of like how he dealt with them and how he wrote about it. Because again, I'm really curious to see as well. Like I'm gonna look that up. If
Yeah.
he wrote her chorus line,
And she's
or
saying it.
and she
yeah.
just sang it, or if it was like someone who
his big
related to it as
thing
well.
is he's on a journey to find hope. So right now he's kind of stuck in the mansion, and he's on this journey to find hope. And he did release a song called Hope,
Okay,
but that's the last
okay.
one we'll get to.
Ah.
That's the
Oh,
most
we're
recent.
here to say no.
So that's the
nice.
last one he released recently.
I know
Okay.
you mentioned something about his mom, and I'm really curious to know.
There's a
about that
song that's very sad about
Yeah,
it.
I know
Very
you
sad.
mentioned it in one of the other videos
Yeah.
we were watching. I'm like really curious to know about these.
So she,
things.
yeah, I could tell that
Because he
just
said
from the
I
video,
should
she
have
abused.
called.
Right, that's what I was like trying to like really play
She-
off of, because she
she-
abused drugs and
Yeah.
then, or prescription pills, you know, specifically from what he dropped. From what I was able to get by that, and then he was also, you know, abused
Yeah.
himself, and
By the boyfriend.
yes, and
Or
then trying to
the
see how
partner.
he's saying here. That was something I just remembered when you said that. That I was like
Yeah.
thinking about that. That he said he kind of like put some blame on it himself because like he didn't call. So I'm really curious to see
Yeah, like
what
the
happened there
whole-
too.
This is
He
really
has like he has
interesting.
a whole
He puts you in
life.
your thoughts.
Whole
Yeah.
story. For
He has
sure.
a
He does have a
whole
story.
and then some.
That's why it's called The Journey, is because it just takes you through a journey basically of his life, like where he
Yeah.
is mentally and stuff like that as well. So you just see
And
his
I-
journey.
And it takes a lot for you to even put that out there.
for sure.
Like a lot.
And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to it. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
curious to see, does she relate to it? Or you're right. But I will look at, or if y'all know, that'd be great if y'all could let me know in the comments
Yeah, there you go.
down below if y'all know, because, you know, I'm actually just being introduced to NF. And so I'm not going to spoil anything and see anything ahead. So if y'all could let me know in the comments about that, because I don't want any spoilers, okay? Thanks. Like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Bye.
Bye.